Stop scrolling. Just for a moment, freeze everything around you. Do not let your thumb swipe away from this screen. What you are hearing right now is not a random glitch in your feed. It is not a mathematical algorithm guessing your preferences, and it is certainly not a coincidence. This is a deliberate, divine interception. Welcome to God on the Horizon. But today, you are not just a passing viewer. You are the absolute focus of heaven's attention. I have watched countless souls run themselves into the ground chasing illusions. I've seen men like Arthur suffocating under the crushing weight of financial ruin, and women like Eleanor crying themselves to sleep, their spirits shattered by deceit and betrayal. The world is full of invisible battlefields, but right now, the spotlight of eternity is pointed directly at you. Listen to me closely, because time is of the essence, and Jesus does not interrupt a life without a profound, undeniable reason. Within the next 72 hours, a colossal shift is going to tear through the fabric of your reality. Something massive, a breakthrough that has been quietly, meticulously orchestrated behind the scenes, is about to manifest. Jesus has been preparing this exact moment long before you even realized you needed rescuing. But to claim what has been prepared for you, you must listen with your entire soul right now. You have been overwhelmed. You have been drowning in the loud, chaotic noise of survival, fighting just to make it to the end of the week. But I need you to quiet your mind, anchor your spirit. If you remain distracted, if you let fear and the ghosts of your past cloud your vision, you will walk right past the open door that you have spent years praying for. Do not take this encounter lightly. The next 3 days are not ordinary days on a calendar. They carry the heavy weight of destiny. They bring sudden encounters, unexpected decisions, and striking revelations that will permanently alter the compass of your life. I know the roadblocks standing in your way. I know the exhaustion in your bones, but I also see the golden opportunities rising just over the horizon. Jesus is reaching out, piercing through the noise, demanding your attention before the storm breaks into a glorious dawn. Wake up your spirit. The countdown has already begun. Are you ready to see what happens next? The rhythm of your life has become a relentless, crushing weight. I see the invisible burdens you carry, the ones you hide so perfectly behind a rehearsed smile. Look at the world around you. A man named Thomas works 80 hours a week, smiling at his family, while his chest tightens with the silent, suffocating terror of not being enough. A woman named Rachel sits alone in her parked car, staring blankly at the steering wheel, quickly wiping away tears before walking into her house to pretend everything is perfectly fine. You are not so different, are you? You have mastered the art of survival. You have learned to speak with absolute calm when your mind is a raging hurricane. You have carried heavy stones of responsibility, swallowing your own panic because you refuse to burden anyone else with the sheer depth of your emotions. You show the world a fortress, but deep inside, you are a battlefield. But right here, right now, as you stand before God on the horizon, the mask can finally fall. Even when the world is completely blind to your suffering, Jesus sees it all. He has been standing with you in those suffocating midnight hours when the noise of the day fades away and the heavy, deafening silence of your anxiety takes over. He has watched you recount your failures, replay conversations that left you wounded, and wrestle with memories that refuse to fade. He has counted every single tear that soaked your pillow while the rest of the world slept peacefully. You wondered if anyone truly understood what you were going through. Jesus did. He always has.
You see, heaven has been trying to speak to you long before this video found its way to your screen. Do you remember those moments? That sudden, inexplicable urge to step back and rethink a decision? That quiet hesitation deep in your gut when a situation just didn't feel right? That fleeting, unexpected sense of profound peace in the middle of a chaotic Tuesday? That was not your imagination. That was not a coincidence. That was the gentle, persistent whisper of the divine, trying to navigate you away from unnecessary heartbreak. But the world is brutally loud. The demands of your job, the fractures in your relationships, the relentless anxiety about tomorrow, they all scream for your attention. It is so terribly easy for the gentle voice of grace to be drowned out by the roaring engines of daily survival. You missed the signs, but hear this clearly. You are not condemned for missing them. You are not punished for being overwhelmed. You are simply exhausted. Jesus does not look at your fatigue with anger. He looks at it with boundless, protective compassion. However, the season of gentle whispers is officially over. The time for subtle hints has passed. Your soul is standing at a critical crossroads, and the heavens are speaking with roaring clarity, so you do not miss the turn.
But there is another truth you must confront today, a truth that the shadows desperately want to keep hidden from you. While Jesus has been charting a course for your ultimate breakthrough, another force has been actively, relentlessly working to sabotage it. You see, the enemy does not attack empty vessels. A thief only breaks into a vault that holds something of immense value. The reason your life has felt like an unending sequence of hurdles, betrayals, and exhausting delays is not because you are weak. It is because you carry a destiny that absolutely terrifies the darkness. Think of a man like David, who sits in the ruins of his past mistakes, convinced his story is over. Or a young woman named Chloe, who looks in the mirror and only sees a reflection of unworthiness, paralyzed by the lie that she is too damaged to ever be used for something great. The enemy operates exactly like this, not with open, obvious warfare, but with the subtle, venomous poison of distraction and deceit. He floods your mind with paralyzing doubt. He drains your energy by trapping you in toxic situations and dead-end anxieties, keeping you obsessively focused on mere survival so you never step into your true power. He whispers the cruelest lie of all, that your past failures, your missteps, and your broken moments have permanently disqualified you from the glorious future Jesus has designed for you. Hear me now, and let this truth echo in the deepest chambers of your soul. Here at God on the Horizon, we do not bow to fear, and we expose the lies of the enemy. There is no lie powerful enough to override the love of heaven. Not a single mistake you have ever made has caught Jesus by surprise. Not one. Before you took your first breath, before your name was ever spoken on this earth, your path was already written. You were not chosen because you were flawless. You were not chosen because your record is clean. You were chosen because Jesus planted a specific, irreplaceable purpose inside of you. He is the ultimate restorer of lost things. He gathers the shattered, jagged pieces of your history, the moments you regret, the words you wish you could take back, the opportunities you thought were gone forever, and he builds a masterpiece. Your past does not define your future. The pain you endured does not dictate your worth. You are not defined by the battles you lost. You are defined by the grace that keeps you standing. So right now, drop the heavy luggage of guilt. Stop trying to prove to the universe that you are worthy enough to be guided. You already are. You have always been His child. And because you are loved with an unbreakable, fiercely loyal love, Jesus is reaching out to pull you out of the trenches. Now I need you to step closer and truly listen to what I am about to say.
There is a specific, lingering pain in your heart that we must address before this new chapter can fully begin. I have seen the deep, jagged scars left by those who promised to stand by your side but walked away the moment the winds changed. I see men like William, who gave his absolute, unwavering loyalty to people he called brothers, only to be left holding the broken pieces of a betrayal he never saw coming. I see women like Grace, who poured her entire soul into the people she loved, only to feel entirely invisible, unappreciated, and cast aside. You gave your trust. You opened the sacred doors of your life, and when that trust was shattered, it left a confusing, bleeding wound. You started to question your own judgment. You wondered why genuine loyalty is so rarely returned, and why your kindness was met with such cold distance. Letting go is never easy for a heart that actually cares, and Jesus watched you agonize over those severed ties. And then there is the pain of the silent prayers, the desperate hopes you laid at the altar, begging for a specific door to open, a specific outcome to happen, only to be met with deafening, agonizing silence. Time passed, the result never came, and you began to wonder if your voice was simply lost in the chaotic noise of a billion other prayers. You wondered if Jesus had simply turned his back. Hear the absolute truth right now, echoing from God on the horizon. Not a single tear went unnoticed, not a single prayer dissolved into the void. When heaven responds with silence, it is not rejection, it is divine protection. Jesus closed those doors because he saw the cliff they led to. He allowed those people to walk away because their presence was too small, too toxic, or too temporary for the massive destiny you were about to step into. Their exit was not your tragic loss. It was the necessary clearing of the stage for your true purpose. And this brings us back to the urgency of this very moment. This brings us back to the next 72 hours. The season of waiting, of mourning the past, and of misunderstanding his delays is forcefully coming to an end. A massive breakthrough is physically manifesting in your atmosphere right now. The prayers you thought were completely ignored are being answered in ways far grander, far more spectacular than your human mind could ever comprehend. But you must be spiritually awake to recognize it. Do not let the ghost of yesterday's betrayal blind you to tomorrow's blessing. Clear your mind, wash away the bitterness. Stand tall in the light of his unwavering grace, because the tectonic plates of your life are shifting and the miracle is already in motion.
Understand this ultimate truth. The pain you endured was never without meaning. It did not break you, it forged you. The trials that brought you to your knees built a profound empathy within your soul that comfort alone could never, ever teach. Because you know exactly what it feels like to carry invisible wounds, you are now equipped to be a beacon of light for others who are silently bleeding. This is the profound lesson of your journey. The betrayal you survived does not diminish your immense value. The tears you shed do not make you weak. The unanswered prayers of your past were simply Jesus standing guard, protecting your future from things that were never meant for you. As you stand on the precipice of these next 72 hours, you must make a definitive choice. Will you continue to look backward at the ashes of what you lost, or will you look forward to the glorious dawn of what is arriving? The atmosphere is shifting, conversations are about to happen, unexpected monumental doors are about to swing wide open. Do not meet these new opportunities with the fear and skepticism of your past. Meet them with the fierce, unshakable faith of someone who knows they are being personally guided by the Creator of the universe.
You are not forgotten, you are not lost, and you are certainly not walking this battlefield alone. Jesus is holding the compass, and the destination He has prepared for you is more magnificent than your human mind can even fathom. If you feel the truth of these words echoing deep within your spirit, if you can feel the heavy chains of your past finally breaking, do not walk away from this moment in silence. You must anchor your faith. I want you to go down to the comments right now and type with absolute certainty, "In the name of Jesus, I claim my miracle." Let the world and let the enemy know that you are finally ready to receive what is rightfully yours. Support the light we are building here at God on the Horizon. Subscribe to our channel so you never miss a divine interception. And most importantly, share this video right now with someone, anyone who is fighting a silent battle and desperately needs to know they are not alone. The storm is over. The wait is finished. Keep your eyes fixed on God on the horizon and step boldly into the greatest chapter of your life.